Welcome back to Anfield Vibes, the number one home for all the latest Liverpool transfer news, match previews, and everything red. And oh boy, today's episode is absolutely packed. If you thought the transfer window had already delivered its fair share of drama, you might want to grab a seat and hold on tight. Because what I'm about to tell you could completely change Liverpool's season. We've got breaking news around Alexander Isak's supposed Newcastle farewell, with manager Eddie Howe finally responding. We've got Cody Gakpo signing a brand new Liverpool contract and pledging his long-term future to Anfield. We've got a huge twist in the Mark Guéhi chase, including rejected bids and Palace playing hardball. We've got Alan Shearer dropping a bombshell prediction that could make rival fans very nervous if Liverpool land 2 more signings. And to top it off, we've got clarity on Joe Gomez's future, Harvey Elliott's stance, and even Kostas Tsimikas' exit talks. This is the kind of episode that's going to keep you glued to the very end, because each story links into the bigger picture of how Liverpool are building a squad capable of not just defending the Premier League title, but also conquering Europe again. So don't even think about skipping. Trust me, you'll want every last detail. And before we dive in, make sure you smash that like button if you believe Liverpool can win the Champions League this season. Drop a comment with your dream. Signing before deadline day. I'll be reading and replying to as many as possible. And of course, hit subscribe so you never miss a single update from Anfield Vibes. All right, let's get into it. The first big talking point, Alexander Isak. Swedish TV sent shockwaves through the football world earlier this week, claiming that Isak, Newcastle's star striker and one of the most feared forwards in the Premier League, had held an emotional farewell at Newcastle's Benton training ground. According to them, he lingered after training, said his goodbyes, and basically gave off all the vibes of a man about to leave. Liverpool fans immediately went into meltdown. Was this the sign we've been waiting for? Was Isak finally preparing to swap black and white for the famous red shirt of Liverpool? But then came Eddie Howe's response. When asked in his press conference, Howe looked stunned. His words, "I have no knowledge of that. I can't tell you it didn't happen, but I certainly can't tell you it did. That is the first I have heard of it. I'm pretty sure I would have known." Now here's where it gets interesting. Howe also admitted he's not party to any transfer talks, and that right now he's simply focused on preparing his team, which means one of two things. Either the farewell story is completely false, or 2, something is brewing behind the scenes that even Howe isn't being fully briefed on. So here's my question to you. Do you believe Isak secretly said goodbye? Or do you think this is just media smoke with no fire? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because honestly, this one has me torn. Stick around, because later we're going to connect this Isak story with what Alan Shearer himself has said. And trust me, that could change the entire title race. Now, let's switch over to confirmed Liverpool news, and it's a big one. Cody Gakpo has signed a new long-term contract with Liverpool. Yes, the Dutch winger is going nowhere. Since arriving from PSV Eindhoven just 2.5 years ago, Gakpo has been sensational. 131 appearances, 42 goals, 16 assists, plus a Premier League title and Carabao Cup already in his trophy cabinet, and he's still only 26. Speaking after putting pen to paper, Gakpo said something that will warm every Liverpool fan's heart. "I feel at home. My family feels at home. I'm very grateful that I can extend. Obviously, trying to win more things with the club is my aim. We have a very good squad, and we're trying to build something special again." This is the kind of news you love to hear, especially after the emotional roller coaster of losing Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich and the tragic passing of Diogo Jota. Right now, Gakpo is Arne Slot's undisputed first-choice left winger, and with 1 goal and 2 assists already this season, he's proving exactly why the club see him as a long-term cornerstone. So here's the challenge for you. Comment below with your favorite Gakpo moment in a Liverpool shirt so far. Was it his first goal, his Champions League performances, or just his relentless work rate? Let's see which moment gets the most love from the Anfield Vibes family. Bids rejected, Palace playing hardball. Next up, Mark Guéhi. Liverpool have been chasing him all summer, and finally, an official bid went in. 35 million, or worse. Flat fee, no add-ons. But Crystal Palace, they rejected it almost immediately. Why? Because Palace want $40 million minimum plus extras. They know they're holding an England international, a Premier League proven centre back, and someone with less than 12 months left on his contract. They can't afford to lose him for free, but they also won't let him go cheap. The Eagles have even started lining up replacements, talking to Manchester City about Manuel Akanji and making progress on Toulouse defender J.D. Cavan. But manager Oliver Glasner has also said, "From my side, Guehi has to stay." You can't replace him this late in the window. So what happens now? Liverpool have a decision to make. Do they cave in and meet Palace's asking price, or do they risk walking away and leaving a gaping hole at centre-back? Remember, Gomez has injury history, Konaté's form has been inconsistent, and young Leone isn't ready to start every week. Let me ask you this. Should Liverpool just pay the $40 million and get it done? Or do you think Palace are overvaluing Guehi? This is where it gets juicy. Alan Shearer, Newcastle legend, Premier League's all-time top scorer, has weighed in on Liverpool's transfer business, and his words will make rival fans nervous. Shearer believes that if Liverpool land 2 more signings, Mark Guéhi and Alexander Isak, the title race could be finished before it even begins. His exact words, "If they land Guehi and Isak, it might be over for everyone." Think about that. Shearer isn't one to hand Liverpool compliments easily, but even he admits that with Hugo Ekitike already firing, 3 goals in his first 3 games, plus the potential of adding Guehi's defensive steel and Isak's world-class finishing, Liverpool could simply blow away the competition. Now, that's a bombshell, and it begs the question, do you agree with Shearer? If Liverpool signed both Guehi and Isak, is the league title already in the bag? Let me know below. Joe Gomez. Despite interest from Palace and AC Milan, Liverpool are refusing to let him go. No loans, no permanent sales. Arne Slot wants him as part of the squad. End of story. Harvey Elliott. RB Leipzig made a cheeky late bid, but again, Liverpool said absolutely not. Elliott is seen as key for the future, and the club will not budge. Kostas Tsimikas, on the other hand, he's set for a loan move to Roma before the deadline. A change of scenery for the Greek left-back who never fully broke into the starting So let's wrap it all up. Isak's farewell, real or fake? Howe denies, but smoke without fire. Gakpo's new contract, massive boost, shows commitment to the project. Guehi saga, bid rejected, but Liverpool can still get him if they pay up. Shearer's prediction, if Guehi and Isak arrive, it could be game over for rivals. Squad update, Gomez stays, Elliott stays, Tsimikas goes. This is Liverpool building for dominance, not just this season, but for years to come. And I want you, the Anfield Vibes family, to be part of the conversation. So tell me right now in the comments, should Liverpool pay the extra for Guehi? Do you believe Isak is really coming? And most importantly, if we land both, is the title already ours? Smash that like button if you've enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe if you're new, and share this with a fellow Red who needs to know the truth about our transfer window. Because one thing's for sure, the story is far from over.